I can take my glasses off. For a while, I couldn't see.
Here we go, Terry. We live. Hey guys, hey, I want to hey, hope you guys having an awesome Wednesday night. I'm actually here Wednesday evening, Wednesday morning, depending on where you're looking at this at in the world. I'm actually here this evening. I got one of my good friends, Terry. Guys, I keep telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I keep telling you the power of social media. I actually met Terry about a year ago on Facebook. He started following me. I started following him. We talked several times on the phone. He actually lived in Little Elm, right close to where my daughters stay. But you can build relationships on this platform, any social media platform. Terry actually have a powerful podcast he's getting ready to release. And we're going to talk about that tonight and talk about, how he came up with the idea of launching his own podcast. But not only that, Terry, tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, brother. Can you hear me, Terry? Did I lose? I might have lost Terry, guys. He'll be back if I did lose him. I'm sorry about that. This technology, it's always some kind of challenge. Let me shoot him a text real fast. Hold on. Yeah, guys. Social media is just a powerful platform. It's super powerful. You can actually meet all kinds of people, like great people like I met Terry on this platform. Me and him became real good friends. He's very spiritual. He's got a powerful podcast he's getting ready to release. And hey, Terry, are you there? I see you. Are you there, Terry?
Okay. Yeah, you was going in and out. I couldn't. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell them a little bit about yourself, Terry.
All right. Well, I'm a self-motivator. I've been doing a lot of stuff over the last few years. I got the usual start in life like everybody else. And one day I just figured, I said, got to be something more to this than just working for 40 or 50 years. And then started just figuring out me. So the first thing I did, I wrote a chapter in a motivational book, that I also had chapters written by Johnny Wimbrey and Les Brown and Jim Rohn. And it's called Motivation. It's a motivational book, Streams of Motivation and Streams of Inspiration. I'm sorry. It's been so long. I did that in 2010. So I did that. And then that went over pretty good and fairly well, and I met a young lady one day, and when I was doing a book signing, and she asked if she could interview me on the radio, and I said sure, So I got all the details and went down to the station, and she was there before her, and I was talking to the station owner, and they said
I don't know, guys. We have some technical. Can you hear me, Terry?
Hold on for 1 second here. I think I got some weird stuff going on here. Let me try something here. See if this is on my end.
No. Don't you love technology?
I can hear you.
Terry, are you on your cell phone or your computer? I think we lost him again, guys. Technology. Sometimes when you use, are you on your cell phone or your computer, Terry?
I'm on the phone, but I just made an adjustment, so hopefully we're good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you good now. So go back to like the book signing.
Okay, yeah, I had a book signing. A young lady asked me if she could interview me on her radio station. I said sure. So I went down to the station. And she wasn't there, so I got there before her, and she was running late. I still don't know the whole story, but while I was there, I was talking to the station owner, and the station owner said, "Would you like to host a radio show?" I'm like, I don't have any experience in that. I've never done nothing like that. Oh, we'll show you everything you need to know. So I started my radio show in 2010 at Fishbowl Radio Network. I started that out there in 2010, and from then on, I've basically been on the air. And even in between that time and now, I also wrote a short film called No Warnings Left, and it's a Christian fiction book. based off the Bible. So I just took the Bible and I wrote a short film based off some of the things that's in the Bible, what's going to happen in the last days and those type of things. And it went over well. I won an award for it. And then I got back in. Then I back on track with the radio station, and then I ended up getting into my own studio with a business partner, Michael Johnson. We got together and we did got our own studio. Was doing radio for a while, and everything was going well until COVID. So COVID changed a lot of things.
Man,
so with COVID, yeah,
COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of us, Terry.
Yeah, it changed it. So we couldn't have guests in the studio and stuff like that. So we had to find a different way to do it. So I was an empty nester. So at first I turned my bedroom into a studio, which is where I'm doing it at right now. So I don't know if you can see some of the equipment behind me over this shoulder behind me.
We can see it.
But I recently was remarried, and the wife kind of wanted me to get this stuff out of the bedroom. So I'm converting one of the rooms into a full-fledged studio as we speak, because I was asked to take over and be the program director of another radio station. And so I'm setting up that station in there. So when I get that station set up, I get my personal stuff that I do, my personal show called Simply Inspiring, the Simply Inspiring Show with Terry McGee. If you're on Facebook, you can find that Simply Inspiring with Terry McGee on there.
Hold on, Terry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. So, hey, Lisa, make sure you say that again, where they can find you at, Terry.
Just so on Facebook, you can interact with me through the show name, which is the Simply Inspiring Show with Terry McGee.
Make sure you type that in the chat for me, Lisa, if you're looking, and get my wife to type that in the chat for people can actually find you.
Awesome. Awesome. So, so I been, like I said, I've been doing that show for 10 years now, and I really didn't want to put my name in it. But when I was searching for a name, I just wanted to be called Simply Inspiring because I wanted it to stand long after me. When I'm gone, I want that show to just continue to go. But I couldn't find nothing.
Because Terry, I didn't know you had the book. Bro, you've been in this game inspiring and motivating people for a while. You know what I'm saying? When me and you talk, most of the time we talk, on scripture. You know what I'm saying? Because both of us are believers and stuff like that. So most of the time we get on the phone, that's what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I knew you did the radio, and I know you was getting ready to release, launch a podcast again, get everything set up where you was going to be bringing guests and stuff on. But tell me a little bit about the book and where can they buy that book from?
The book is, I gave the wrong name a little while ago. It's called Multiple Streams of Determination. And it has Johnny Wimbrey, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Matt Morris. These are some powerful cats. So I did that with them. And the book is I believe it's still on Amazon. And if not, I still have maybe 2 boxes left here. So if somebody wants to read this, get this, they can get in contact with me through the Simply Inspiring Show with Terry McGee or my personal page, Terry E. McGee, and I can get that book to you for whatever it costs me to ship it. I'm not looking for any money. I just, if I can bless somebody and inspire somebody to let them know they can go higher and do whatever they want to do. I'm probably one of the last few out of the book that's not a millionaire yet. Everybody else.
It's coming though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you keep inspiring, you keep motivating, and you got a giving heart where you really care about people and you want to see people win. And that's what it's truly all about, Terry. Just like you talked about the book. I can't wait to get my hands on the book. You know what I'm saying? That's going to make us actually get together and meet a little faster now. Because hey, if we jump off this thing right now tomorrow, I'd be like, hey, Terry, can we meet can I grab a copy of that book? Because, I'm a reader, man. And, I think all leaders are readers, you know what I'm saying? But just think about the power of that, you being able to collaborate and actually, be in a book with them guys right there. Because, I learned a long time ago, Terry, your environment, the people you're around, that's who you become. So I tell people all the time, if you hang with 5 criminals, you're going to become the 6th criminal. If you hang with 5 very successful people, 5 multimillionaires or whatever, guess what? You're going to become the 6th person because you can't do nothing but start thinking like them. And this is what I want you guys to get from this. Like, you guys see that I bring different people on because we attract to each other. I attract to Terry because Terry is a leader. Terry is a giver. Terry actually got his podcast coming out, and it's going to be very powerful. But he's got a heart to really sow into other people and help other people win. So take it away, Terry. I ain't mean to interrupt you, brother, but I had to let them. I had to aim in on that, bro.
But I mean, we made it seem like we've been brothers since then. We've been just following each other, encouraging each other to continue to do what we do, and that it's a blessing. When we meet each other, because the more and more that we talk, the more and more we'll find out about each other. And the last time we talked on the phone, to see your George T connection. I'm a big Cowboy fan. I knew exactly what you was talking about. And
oh man, Cowboys! Come on, bro! Don't bring up the Cowboys. Why are you gonna be disappointed again this year? You think they're going to the Super Bowl?
Hey, this is what I tell everybody. See, I'm 58 years old. I just turned 58 a couple of days ago. And that's what I tell everybody. I watched them play in 8 Super Bowls and win 5. I'm good. it's the younger generation. It's the younger Cowboy fans that got an issue.
They got issues, man. Well, yeah. I'm just joking. And Terry, I don't know. We talked. The reason why I became an entrepreneur was because of George in this realm. My goal was to actually become. I was an electrician, but I want to own my own company, have guys work for me, and become a master, right? But God had other plans for me. He had plans for me to actually take regular people and show them how they can be great. Show them how they can tap into their greatness by actually starting a business for themselves from home. Or, he had plans for me to meet people like yourself and all other people I've met, because if I'd have stayed in construction, guess what? I'd have met some great people, and I know we would have done some great things. But this, to me, is more fulfilling than anything, because, when you're able to meet people like yourself and all the people I've actually had the privilege of meeting, but not only that, all the people that I have the privilege of working with and building a business, there's nothing else like it, man. I'm telling you, it is powerful with itself. So I crack up jokes about the Dallas Cowboys all the time. I was a big-time Dallas Cowboy fan once before, but they kept breaking my heart, Terry. They kept breaking my heart, so I just had to just become a fan of the sport. I couldn't follow them no more.
Hey, look, I tell you what. Aside from that, you are, the name of my show is the Simply Inspiring Show. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the name of the show is Simply Inspiring, and and I look for people like you. I look for people that can inspire other people. That's what I do, and of course I work with gospel recording artists. I've worked with some of the big names and talked to them, and a couple of us, we call each other brothers. But outside of that, it's the inspiration that others bring to the audience to let everybody know. Of course, I'm a big believer in God, and so if you believe in God and you believe the Bible verse that faith without works is dead, then it's telling you to work and for what you believe in, and God will fulfill that. And you're one of a group. I click like on all your posts when I see them, because you're always pushing people to make them understand they can be greater and do greater things. We don't have to accept what I accepted for 40 years of my life. I didn't really realize my potential until like I was in my late 40s. Like I said, when I wrote the book when I was 48. So if I could have understood this at a younger age and had some mentors and talked to people like you, I could have been here a long time ago. Wrote the short film. Now, who, people that know me, who in the world would have thought that Terry McGee would have wrote a film? So, and I want to rewrite it and make it into a full feature film. That's been my goal for the last 3 years, but different projects keep getting in the way. But I'm going to rewrite that because I'm kind of going to change it a little bit to reflect what's going on right now, and just to release it and to just kind of encourage people that just this is not catching God by surprise. He's not surprised, and you can push through and continue to keep working on what you're working on. Don't stop working on what you're working on, because you're looking out at everybody else and see what's going on in the world and say, I don't think this is going to work because people can't go outside now. People can't do this now. People don't want to do this now. Continue to work and continue to grind. Continue to do what it is that you're trying to do. And all you need is one person in your corner. All you need is that right key person in your corner, and things will just bloom for you. And that's why I tell people never stop. And I often tell people real quick here. I tell people about a story about a young man. He was a worldly guy. He was out in the world doing worldly stuff. You know, like all of us when we was a young kid. When he was a young kid, he was doing worldly stuff. And a tent revival caught his eye, and he went to this tent revival, and there was only like 5 people in there, but he went ahead and stayed the 4 or 5 days or whatever it was, however long it lasted. He stayed those 4 or 5 days, and that guy became known to the world. I lost my train of thought because my wife keeps sending me texts. That's
all right.
Billy Graham. He became Billy. He became Billy Graham. Billy Graham. You know, and Billy Graham is beloved by millions around the world. So that going to that revival that one day, and it was only him or 4 or 5 other people, he believed what he was supposed to do, and he went out and done it and became known as one of the biggest evangelists in the world.
I mean, that's powerful within inside itself, Terry. You said a few key factors, and I hope people get it. You got to have somebody in your corner. You got to have, somebody that's got your back. For the past like 28 years, even when I was electrician, a lot of people don't know. I always had Lisa. God has truly blessed me, to have her in my life. A lot of times people don't see her. We don't go live a lot. She don't go live. She ain't active on Facebook as me, right? And even in my business, she's around, and she's the gas that makes it go. But a lot of people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have that. And not only that, outside of that, you got to have other people around you. You got to have people around you that's pushing you and believing in you more than anything to be successful. You got to position yourself around a Terry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, really, you do, and other people that's going to inspire you to go after your greatness. You can't, if you're running around with people that's negative, that don't believe in you, think this is it, this is all life has for you, man, guess what? This is all life has for you. Just like you said, Terry, and it's never, and whoever looking at this, I don't care what your age is, it's never too late. Terry, I'll tell you a story. I've been on live. I've been doing Facebook lives for about, maybe a year and maybe 4 or 5 months. I was talking to Lisa today. I've gone did over 100, probably 103, 104 lives where I had guests on with me, right? Together, I did about 300 lives, right? And a year and about 4 or 5 months ago, I wouldn't have did it because it was just too uncomfortable. I was worried about what everybody was going to think. You know what I'm saying? You kind of heard my story about being, I grew up with a learning disability and stuff, right? So I was so concerned about people prejudging me. But now, Terry, I mean, it's the most fulfilled. It's fulfilling because, man, a lot of times in my Facebook or Messenger, almost every day, I'm getting something where somebody says, Troy, keep going. Man, you really helping me. Hey, and some of these, the majority of these people are not even on my team in business. So, because I just believe that when it looks at everything, we can all win, and we here to serve and help and inspire others to tap into their greatness. That's why I wanted to have you on here, Terry, to talk about your radio show for to come out, because people need to tap into that. They need to listen to it. Hey, and if you're not connected with Terry, you're not following him on Facebook, you most definitely need to follow him on Facebook. And also, if you like a speaker or you like talking or you like encouraging people, you need to connect with Terry, because when he released his radio show, his podcast and stuff, hey, maybe you'll be a guest on it. You know what I'm saying? You can bring some value to really help this radio show, which we know is going to be a blessing in a lot of people's lives. So take it away, Terry.
Yeah, you're correct. Once I got the radio show, that's still going. The podcast is close. It's close. And then again, I just took over being the program director of a radio station. So we're getting ready to do a lot of great things. And this platform, I always tell people, it's not just for me. It's for anybody if you're inspirational in any manner, yes, just like what my brother said there, connect with me, and we want to get your story out to the world, not only on Facebook, but through media of all types of platforms and outlets. So if you got something that you're working on and you just need some media attention, because it's tough to get in there with them big boys, and so it's a bunch of us that's just sprouting up And like again, all you need is the right person and connect with the right avenue. And like Brother Troy said, you get just continue to go that route because great things are about to happen.
Yeah, it's truly 5 degrees of separation. I mean, you like 4 people from getting, or 5 people from getting to whoever you want to get to. You can dang near get to any person you want to get to. Can you hear me, Terry? You can dang near get to any person you want to get to. I mean, just by actually connecting the dots and connecting with people and not looking at it what you can actually give from somebody. You got to look at it like, how can you assist and help somebody else? You got to go at it from the approach that I'm giving value. How can I help Terry? How can I help Lisa? How can I help Sean? How can I help, somebody else move forward? And I promise you guys, if you start looking at things that way on how you can help and how you can sow into other people, amazing things are going to happen in your life. No doubt. Well, what happens to a lot of people is they focus on what they can get versus what they can give. The more you give, for some crazy reason, you seem to receive more. It's something that I'm a part of Rank Maker, something Ray Higgins do. It's called Well Wednesday, where every Wednesday we go out and we do something for somebody financially, right? If somebody behind me at Starbucks, most of the time I pay for their Starbucks drink. Sometimes I go in the gas station, I might leave $5 somewhere where somebody can find it, right? But what I noticed is just from doing that, Terry, it's crazy. Me and Lisa and my granddaughter was at a restaurant probably about a month and a half ago, right? And that ticket was about $70, $80. The waiter came over and we supposed to pay for it, and somebody paid for it for us. But I give it the Wet Wednesday thing, but I don't look for nothing. I don't look for nothing in return, but it just worked that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you just going out and you really looking to give and sowing to other people. So Terry, we're gonna close this out. So you got anything you want to close it out with?
I just want to continue to encourage people to encourage yourself and inspire others. You know what? I think I'm gonna adopt that. Encourage yourself and inspire others.
That's a good one.
Let's all just meet at the top.
Hey guys, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking time out tonight to actually meet my friend Terry. If you ain't connected with him on freaking Facebook, you need to look him up on Facebook. If you're not connected with him on Instagram, you need to look him up on Instagram. See, guys, it don't matter. I learned from a gentleman, a very successful, like 7-figure money earner. Me and my friend Sean was at this event, and he was having all kinds of problems with his PowerPoint. And he was saying that that's good because the reason when you have things like that happen, that shows people that you don't have to be perfect. Like I said, a year and a half ago, maybe 6 months ago, I got really frustrated with this, but the show must go on. Hey, so if you ain't connected with Terry, make sure you connect with Terry. Hey, you guys have an awesome freaking Wednesday night, and God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow.